What is going on, guys? Welcome back. It's Institutional here, and I'm gonna make a quick video on market structure, right? Market structure. So there's three types of structures when you're looking at the market, and the first one is gonna be obviously when you're in uptrend. Right? We're keeping this very simple, and when you're in a downtrend, simple as that, or when you are in a consolidating range, right? And this is what you were taught, obviously, as a retail trader or retail ideology. You understand that obviously this is a bull trend, this is a bear trend, and here you are stuck in consolidation. Yeah, so simple as that. But now what we're gonna do is we are gonna shift that, because we have to understand that as a smart money trader, there's gonna be differences when we're looking at structure. So what that means is that we're gonna have internal structure and we're gonna have external structure, right? And what you want to try to focus on as a smart money trader is always going to be that external structure, right? So let's get to it. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about I'm gonna take away the charts. We're gonna look at it just from a picture perspective, right? And then after that, we'll get back to the charts to tell you guys what I mean, right? So we have what is called external structure, and we have what is internal structure. And what does that mean, right? Well, I'm gonna show you guys. You're gonna have price either going up like this, right? Coming down, coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down, right? Let's say we are in a bull trend, right? And this would be the points right here. When price comes back down to your RTO or POI, that's going to be your external structure. So these levels right here. And let's say this was a H4 time frame, right? We're going to see something similar like this in EU, which I'm going to show you guys right now. So this would be your external structure. You guys get the point. But inside this external structure, we're going to be getting lower highs being formed on the H1 or on the M15. And when price comes back down to your external, that's the part where you have to not get confused and understand that price is not always going to be clean, right? So when you're looking at structure, majority of the time you're going to have swings like this, right? You're going to have something like this. You're going to have that liquidity hunt or that stop hunt, whatever you want to call it, and price is going to push up. After that, you're going to have lower highs being formed like this, and then price will push up higher, and that might confuse you. And this is where you have to understand that, well, where is my true swing point? Your true swing point is right here from the top. This is your higher high, and your higher low point is here. So as long as we are not breaking any of this, right, and we are just stuck in a range where, price can do whatever it wants to do, and it just does this. The algorithm is designed to confuse you. That's the important part that I'm trying to get at. The algorithm is designed to confuse you, so you can think that now you are in a bear trend. But what does price do as soon as we get back down towards the lows? Well, we get that similar stop hunt pattern, and then price continues to its bull trend, because overall we understand that we were in a bull trend. And that's understanding your external structure from your internal structure and not getting confused with any of the two, right? So what I want to do with you guys now is go ahead and go to some charts so we can look at some chart examples. We're trying to make this video quick and easy. I'm going to be doing videos every Thursdays and Sundays, but this is just the beginning of it. So I'm going to try to do it from a little bit easier, and then we'll get to harder videos, but just basic stuff for now so we can understand what we are looking at when we're looking at structure, right? This is a question that I get asked a lot on my DMs on Instagram. What levels am I looking at, or how could I determine that this is going to flip at this certain POI or RTO? And it's just as simple as understanding that we have two types of structure. So don't get confused when internal structure is shifting, because once we get back to external, we are going to be bullish, right? So for example, when we are looking at EURUSD, right, and we look at it from an H4 perspective, and you look at it from an H1 perspective, it were to drop down, right? We have to understand that, well, where is our external structure? And if we look at it from swing points, well, here is our high low point, here is our higher high, here is the last level where we actually grab liquidity, right? And you can see how that plays out. It rejects out of this order block once we mitigate it, and then we push up higher. So where is our new external structure? Well, it's going to be right here. Now we have a higher low point that led to its higher high, right? And price starts mitigating order blocks, right? We mitigate this order block, we push up higher. You can see how this wick plays out. And then we start rejecting. We make a wick kind of rejection right here. And overall, we make some liquidity. and this is going to be your internal structure. So you can see how from this point on, the retail mindset could say to themselves that, okay, we are now in a bear trend, right? When you're looking at it, give me a second, guys, so I can find this tool that I'm trying to find. I can't find it, whatever. But so basically, right, we have lower high point, lower low, lower high point, lower low, lower high point, lower low, lower high point, lower low. And this is where you get confused, because then again, what do we do here? We make a higher high, and we might have broken out of structure. But this is just minor structure to the overall external structure that we are in. So we have to understand that all of this does not matter. As long as when we do take that liquidity, then we understand that we are back to external structure and price most likely push up higher, right? So same concept goes for here. We now made a higher low point and we now made a higher high point, and EU now seems to be dropping, but once again, it is making lower highs on smaller time frames. But we have to understand that overall, once price comes back down here, most likely we'll take away this liquidity, right? We'll go over liquidity and order blocks and all that in the future, but most likely we'll take this, come back down to some sort of levels that will have not yet been mitigated, and then we'll push up higher to its overall bullish trend, because we have to understand that external structure is bullish and our internal structure does not matter, right? So it's keeping it simple, don't get confused, and when you're able to capitalize from that, looking at structure gets much easier, right? So another example, great one, is GBPUSD. If we look at it from a standpoint, well, where is our overall structural point? This is where you get confused. Don't think about this as structural legs. Why? Because this is a trend line liquidity, and we'll go over that and what I mean by that after as well. But kind of double bottoms and triple bottom formations, you don't want to count that as your structural leg. So I would count to you as this is my structural leg. Here we have a high low point, here we have a higher high point. And why is that? Because here we had a lower high point that led to his lower low, and here we had the break, right? So now what you're looking for is internal structural shifts, and we can see how here we had lower high. Right here, we took structure, we took liquidity, and then we dropped down, right? We made an order block, we dropped down, we made a new order block, dropped down, and here we broke out of structure, right? So we can drop down to H1 so I can show you guys what I mean. So right here, we broke out of structure, we made an order block down here, we mitigated that, and pushed up higher, right? And now we understand that our internal structure has now shifted bullish. So overall, we are now aligned with our external structure. Right, so that's as easy as how we don't complicate structure. We have to wait for internal structure to shift, and we have to always keep in mind where our external structure is at. All right, so this is the first video that I wanted to show you guys a little bit about structure and how I look at it. Just a little small rundown on how we can capitalize in the market when internal structure starts shifting with external structure, and how we can start seeing these shifts on every single time frame. Right, price is fractal, but yeah, I hope you guys got a little bit from this video. Follow me on Instagram, and I will be posting videos every Thursday and Sunday. I will see you guys in the next one, right? Institutional is out.